I'm now joined by Russell from Blackburn Bridal Couture. Russell, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks for coming along.
Pleasure, thank you. So now we're sat here in your beautiful bridal boutique. Can you tell us about the designers you stock here and how you got started?
Well, we started about 7 years ago. I opened the shop about 7 years ago in the village of Blackheath here in South East London. And we started with a small collection of designers, about 5 back then, 7 years ago. That's actually grown to about 10 different designers now in store, of which I'll give you a few examples. We have Suzanne Neville, British designer, Claire Pettibone, who's an American designer, Clinton Lotter, another very fabulous British designer, and Cymbeline, a French designer. So we cover Europe, America and the UK.
Wonderful. Now we're going to have a sneak peek at a few dresses from some of these fabulous designers. But in the meantime, could you just tell us about whether there are any gorgeous bridal trends for next season?
Yeah, of course. I mean, the trends this season have been very much about the vintage, like the whole vintage look, which we all love. And you know, the brides that come in, the first words on their lips are vintage, really? Vintage style weddings. But I mean, I think going forward, we're not going to be so focused just on the sort of 20s, 30s, which was very much, as you know, inspired by The Great Gatsby this year with the movie. I think we're going to go into maybe sort of more the 40s and the 50s as well. So bringing back some of the old Hollywood glamour. So that's what I'm seeing coming forward, and that's what we're definitely sort of like buying into with our collections.
Now, Russell, the first dress you're going to show us is this beautiful Suzanne Neville dress. Tell us about this.
This is a fabulous dress, which was one of my favourites from the collection. The gown itself is called Memoir. I suppose the style is based around the 1940s, real old Hollywood glamour, which is like probably my favourite period. And I believe it's a silk crepe with a beautiful fitted sort of mermaid silhouette. And it has this gorgeous illusion neckline and illusion back detail, which you'll see, and some beautiful pearl details, because I think that's quite exciting that a designer is actually starting to use pearls again. It was something that was around about 10 years ago, which is starting to come back into designers' collections. I think it's very elegant and quite, very classy.
And how would you accessorise a dress like this?
Right, well, I would actually accessorise that dress with very little. The dress says it all. It's less is more, because the dress is fabulous. It's got a very high neckline anyway, so you don't need a necklace. I'd probably put some beautiful pearl drop earrings or pearl cluster earrings with it to mimic what's going on the neckline of the dress, and then possibly maybe just a cuff, like a jewelled cuff. I'm not a great fan of tiaras, so it would probably be a jewelled comb or possibly a veil, but one or the other, not both.
The next dress you're going to show us is by the amazing bridal designer Claire Pettibone, which actually featured on a recent Brides cover, am I right?
It certainly did, which I was very proud of, and I know Claire was really happy, so thank you. Yeah, beauty is, as its name, an absolutely beautiful, stunning gown. It's just a gorgeous, very delicate vintage style lace gown with very spectacular back. The use of colour in this gown is quite subtle, but very much a feature of the gown. She's used a coloured ribbon and some very delicate pastel coloured flowers. It's just adorable.
Now we're seeing lots of these sort of blushes and these sort of taupe colours popping through in bridal. Is that a big trend for this season?
It has been, and actually it was last year as well. It started creeping in last year, and this year it's definitely taken centre stage with a lot of designers' collections. They were using lots more colour. Equally, again, going into 2014, I've seen lots of use of colour as well, and I think it's quite exciting. It takes it away from that sort of plain ivory traditional look, and it also helps to complement what the bridesmaids can wear. So there's uses when there's colour in the bride's gown that you can tie in colours for the bridesmaids as well. So we love it.
So the third dress is the Charlotte Casadeas dress. Can you talk about this one?
Yeah, I've chosen a very simple design from Charlotte. It's a silk bias cut, high neck, low back, 1920s, fabulous, kind of very Art Deco. And it's in an unusual shade of ivory, and it's got this lovely detailed vintage style belt. But it's really charming.
So Russell, one of your latest ventures is the launch of your Mother of the Bride collection, which you're stocking here in Blackheath. Tell us why you launched this collection.
Well, it's been a year now actually. We launched last year with a studio just around the corner, which is fabulous, which was a very private setup for the mums, where all the collections are featured. We don't just do Mother of the Bride, we do ascot, all events really, it's all occasions, and evening wear as well. And one designer in particular is Dress Code, which I'm going to show you in a moment an outfit from, and it's a design that's for the next collection, autumn winter, and it's in a beautiful stone grey crepe fabric, sort of a light, soft, delicate peplum on the dress, which is very, you know, of the moment style, and some lovely lace applique on the gown as well, which is definitely something that's been inspired by the bridal, the whole vintage look. Lots more mums are asking for lace on their outfits as well, so it's quite a modern look. So yeah, I think you'll agree, it's quite fabulous.
It's really fabulous. Now, why did you decide to launch this sort of collection for mothers?
Do you know, it was more a case of mums were coming in here with their daughters. They were obviously finding their daughter's wonderful dress, but then it was all about, what am I going to wear? And that's where I sort of stepped in and thought, well, you know what, we could do a fabulous collection here. So I started looking into what was out there, what designers were available, and that's how it went really. I just started visiting certain designers and built a collection from there and opened the studio back in August 2012 now.
Well, it makes sense because you've got such a great eye, which leads us on to a really exciting news, some really exciting news for you. And you've actually designed and launched your very own occasion wear label, haven't you?
I have, yes, I have.
Oh,
yeah.
so exciting. You're going to show us one of the dresses from the collection, aren't you?
I've got one here today that I'd like you to see, which is, I suppose you could wear it as a Mother of the Bride. It's much more cocktail evening wear, but a lot of weddings these days are based around sort of cocktail evening themes, so people want to wear long again, so it could be both Mother of the Bride and evening wear, but yes, it's a truly stunning lace dress which is in a sort of champagne tone with a very interesting keyhole front to the neckline, and which is mimicked at the back. You'll see it's absolutely gorgeous. So.
Wonderful. Russell, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.